So an overview of some additional features added to version 28. We now have the freehand selection tool, which will allow you to draw a box around the area that you want to select, and it will only select items within that box. On the individual curbs now, there is an ability to modify the curvature of the curbs. Turning on this option, you then have the option to go for a completely straight line or build it all the way back to the intersection point between the two lines to try and better match your overlay. There's also now the ability to modify link widths within the network view by clicking and dragging. Now introduce marking for pedestrian crossings that you can turn on and off for better visualization. In the stats, we have the new releases option, which will tell you the number of released vehicles and unreleased vehicles for every interval. In the route viewer, we've added the option to see where there are vehicle type sets where there are vehicle types that overlap with their routing. So in this model, all of these vehicle types share the same routing. The coach and the bicycle are different. This can be affected by things like restrictions, or if you're using the individual vehicle types generalized cost equation, that would also split it out into multiple different PT sets. We've also added in a global PT release variation setting. So if you're finding that all your buses are being released at exactly the same time on the schedule, you can introduce variation by specifying a number here, and that would mean that your PT vehicles would be released at plus or minus the scheduled time plus or minus the number of seconds that you've specified in here. Also in PT services, there is now the option to specify a adherence level for a stop. So specifying how likely it is that the vehicle will actually stop at the stop. If you're finding that PT vehicles are actually just skipping certain stops, you can adjust the adherence then. Also introduced the ability to import and export detectors as part of the CSV, as a CSV, and as part of demands, you can now import and export the proportions, vehicle type proportions that make up part of the demand sets. In all of our list-based controls, you'll now find the ability to filter, which is more helpful in some places than others. For example, if I type in here, you can see it will filter based on the name to just those two options. We also have the ability now in all of our list-based dialogues to sort the entries as you desire. You can grab them and move them around and adjust the sorting to whatever best suits your model. And finally, in the matrix estimation tab, we've resurrected the 0 unused cells option, which was found at the Paramics version of matrix estimation and can now be used within Paramics Discovery.